Welcome to the stream, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get ready for the open. So, what are we looking at this morning? And put that away because that one's no good. Okay, close that one off. Hopefully, there's no echo there now. So, let's get to the charts and get ready for the morning, and then we'll run some reports on Edgeful and take a look and see what we want to be getting to. All right, that one's not working. Let's see. Window capture. See if we can find it. Nope. Just gonna get this. See if I can't get this. Oh, hello. That's not what we wanted. Let's remove that one. Let's add another one. There we go. All right. Okay. That'll work. All right, so I've got ES and YM up. Just put my 4-hour dealing range here on ES, so we'll move that back to the 2-minute 2-minute time frame there, so we can watch that. Let's go ahead and open up YM over here and move to our 4-hour and just take a look, see what we got going on. Okay. So we definitely broke the low. We swiped the high, came directly down, broke the low. So we have a good 4-hour dealing range here from the all-time highs to the current lows. And we'll lock that in there. Okay. And move back to our 2-minute time frame. All right. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll see if we go break that low today, or if we start moving back up finally. It has been a brutal 2 weeks for the market, just jamming straight down. I should say brutal week, right? Hasn't been that many days. Seems like we've been going down a lot longer than we have. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight. So we'll see what we do. See if price action starts to bounce a little bit here. I tend to think it will, since we hit that 46,000 level yesterday. It showed really good support off of that 46,000 level, bouncing pretty hard each time it got there. So let's see if we break that 46,000 level, we could have another big down day to the downside. But we are opening inside of yesterday's range, so we need to keep that in mind. And then over on, this would be my Tradeify funded account that I'm using on TradingView. That just got funded yesterday and is ready to trade as a new funded account. Over on Top One, we have YM on both charts. We have our Ignite funded accounts here, and we have our challenges here. This particular challenge account needs less than $250 to be passed, and we can activate that one as a funded account as well. So I'm going to be trading that one to try to get it funded and see if we can't pop a couple hundred more into our 2 Ignite funded accounts. I still have not traded the straight to funded sim accounts. So just kind of trying to get these evaluations out of the way, either get them passed or blown, before I start working on the other 2 straight to funded accounts. So, yeah. So we've got our dealing ranges up on the TradingView charts. We will be looking to take 5 micro contracts on this one, and we will set our profit target at 500. It has a little bit looser consistency rules, so we are allowed to make a little bit more money per day on this account, still only risking $125, but this gives me room to add to the trade. Before hitting profit target and possibly get to that $500 profit just a little bit quicker by being able to add to the trade if it works out. Okay, so TradingView charts is basically what we work off of. Make sure we're on that, and that's pretty much what we're going to be looking at. We don't have any really strong news coming in today. As far as I know, we have trade balance coming in at 8:30. Got a Fed member speaking at 10 o'clock. 10:30 is crude oil investments or inventories. President Trump is coming on at 12:15. So lunchtime, be careful. And the FOMC meeting minutes come out at 2 p.m. So we do have a few things coming out. Nothing major. Of course, when Trump speaks, anything could be major. So definitely be watching around the lunchtime hour to see how the market's going to react to what he says. But that's all good to know. Let me get Discord loaded up here real quick and get live in the Discord. If you are watching on YouTube, Discord, there is a delay on YouTube by about 30 seconds. So please do not try to follow any of my trades, because if you do, I will have entered or exited a trade up to 30 seconds sooner than you hear me on YouTube. So do me a favor and don't do that. If you'd like to see my trading with zero latency, you are more than welcome to come over to the Discord and watch from there. So pop that down. Okay. So let's run a few reports, shall we? And I need to pull up OBS to make sure of where that's going to pop up, because I don't, that's just a window, and I don't think it's going to share the screen if I bring it over there. So let's take a quick look. Nope, it does not. Okay, so we need to be over on this screen. All right, so we know we're opening up inside, right? So inside bars is going to be the report we want to look at, and we're still up. Let's look at YM. And let's go to the last month. Oh, absolutely. We're at a 91% chance of breaking either yesterday's high or low, and that is the New York session high or low. So that is definitely what we're going to look for. We do have a pretty big range from yesterday, so and we're pretty much opening up, I believe, right in the middle of that range, if I am not mistaken. Yep, pretty much right in the middle. So if we can find a good read on direction, we definitely have some good targets for yesterday's high and yesterday's low of the New York session. Okay, we'll certainly be looking out for that. Let's just go take a look and see. This is Wednesday, 100% of the time. 100% of the time over the last 1 month. That has happened. Let's look at the 3 month. 81% of the time. And if we go back 6 months, we're still at 75%. So really, really good trade to look for. If we can discern a particular direction with the 5-minute orb, then we have a good target of which way to go, which will either be the bottom of the 4-hour dealing range, or we move up towards the 25% mark and take out the New York session high of yesterday. Okay. So that will work. All right. What else do we want? Good morning. Let's see. Opening range breakouts. Let's set this to 5-minute by candle close. Really not liking that at the moment. Let's go by weekday, see what Wednesday does. Okay, so on Wednesdays we have a much higher chance of touching both sides, but it is still below 65%. So just have to be careful with that, and that is on candle close. So let's look at by wick and see what that does for the report. Oops, I didn't press save. By wick, save. Okay, so if we don't close outside of the 5-minute orb and we just wick into one side, there's a much higher chance that we go and touch the other side of the 5-minute orb, 73% chance. So if it closes outside, I'm not as tempted to take a trade to the opposite side of the orb. I would much rather just see a wick and then pull back into the range where I can try to trade that to the other side. But by close, I'm still really not a fan of taking a breakout or breakdown, because we're still only at 15% here. And only 26% on the breakdowns. So just, Thursday's been a really balanced day for pretty much everything to happen. FOMC. Oh, the meeting minutes. Yeah. Yeah, and President Trump talks at noon, just after noon. So lunchtime hour could get pretty volatile. Yeah, I want to see, this is by close. I want to see the last month. 50-50 chance. Well, that's Friday. That's by close. It's just not good enough numbers for me to really concentrate on that trade. By wick, over the last month, still not good numbers. Things just aren't looking real good for a 5-minute. Over the last 3 months, the numbers look a little bit better, but if the 1 month numbers aren't looking that great, then the market could be changing from double breaks to single breaks. We just don't have good enough numbers on either side at the moment for me to look at that. So as a valid trade in the mornings, let's look at opening candle continuation. Okay, so if we have a 1 hour green candle, we are about 63% chance to finish the day red. That doesn't mean it's going to keep going all the way up. That just means it has to close above the opening price to fulfill that 63%. 50-50 on the red candle, so not really liking that too much. Let's just grab 1 month real quick and see how that's been doing over the last month. A little bit better on the green candle, still a 50-50 on the red candles. And we'll go down and look at by weekday just to take a look on Wednesdays. We're 50-50 on both sides. So let's take a look by size. Okay. First hour, small green candle. Okay stats for green candles and red candles to close green or red. A little bit larger. We have a much better chance on the green candle of closing green if it's 0.2 to 0.4%. Wow. Okay. 0.4 to 0.58. We have 100% chance on the red candle, and I guess 0% on the green candle. Not sure what that does. Oh shit. Okay. We got a problem there. Let's go to the 1 hour. I was looking at the 30-minute. That's going to change things a bit. Well, I completely flipped the script on the range size. So 0.2 to 0.39, we've got an 80% chance on the green days, 100% chance on the red days. So let me make a couple of notes on that so I can measure that first 1 hour candle when we get to it. 0.2 to 0.4, 80% on green, 100% on red. Okay, and this is just over the last month. So now that we've got the 1 hour candle selected, let's take a look at the 3 month. Okay, still pretty good stats. I'll still take that trade on that size. And let's look at the bigger one. The stats go down on the green, but on the red from 0.4 to 0.6, we have 100% on red. Okay. So I like that. And yeah, I don't need to change anything there. All right, so inside bar is definitely in play today. And our stats are still very, very good on that, of reaching either yesterday's New York sessions high or low. And we are opening pretty much right in the range, which is going to give us about a 200, 250 point directional bias once we figure out which way the market's going to move. So we could easily, hopefully, find a direction in the first 100 points and have at least 100 points to our target, which would give us a full win. Yeah, if we go to 0.6 to 0.9, green day 100%. Red day, I don't know why that would go to 0. Or if you just haven't had any 1 hour ranges, 1 hour down candles that are that big. So it just doesn't have any stats on it. It's the only thing I could figure on that. So that's a pretty big range for the first hour. So I could see why. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I would say we are probably pretty close to, yeah, we are really close to the midnight opening range. Yeah, what's the midnight candle there? Right there. We got a little bit of room down to that. Now, whether I would want to trade to there or not right away, we'll see. So let's just put a midnight open on. Boom. There she is. Okay, is that white one? So the opening price is right there. Okay. Midnight open. And we'll lock that in. At the moment, we are about 138 points away from midnight open. So let's take a look at ICT opening retracement. We are on YM on the 3-month. Just the standard numbers, 70% of the time we will retrace down to that if we open above, and about the same stats if we open below. So about a 70% chance we get back down to 46,117 today, this morning, or sometime during the day. And let's take a look at the last 1 month. Okay, not as good of numbers over the last month. So I want to go take a look at the weekdays. And Wednesday, we are about 50-50 over the last 1 month. And 3 months, we have a much better chance if we open above on the 3-month time frame, but I'm a little concerned over the last month that has not been happening. Let's take a look by size, and let's go measure that again. If we open up where we're at now, we're looking at about a 0.28. So that would be here, 88% over the last 3 months. And let's take a look at the last 1 month. 100% over the last 1 month on this size range. We have retraced back to the midnight open. So yeah, that's changing my outlook just a little bit, although Wednesdays tend to be a 50-50 day. So I would need to see a pretty decent reason to take that trade, but it certainly is in play there. Okay. And then we have our initial balance breakout will be our last one. Sidebar is in play. All right, so initial balance breakout over the last 6 months. Mm. 70% chance of a single break. Very small chance of a double break. Or no break, sorry. 25% chance of a double break. So, yeah, we're looking pretty good on those stats. Let's see. By weekday. Wednesday goes up a little bit better. Let's look by size and see which sizes are the best. 61% on that range. 72, so we need to be 0.4 to 0.6. IB 0.4 to 0.6 is a pretty good chance. 0.5. Oh yeah, 0.5. So anywhere from 0.4 to 0.9. And let's take a look at smaller ranges. Smaller ranges, it definitely goes down below 65%, right at 65%. So, yeah, I like 0.4 to 0.9, greater than 0.9, 77%. So anything above 0.4 on the first hour of trading, we're looking good for a single-sided break on that. And that is the last 6 months. Let's go take a look at 1 month real quick. See if we're getting the same stats on that. Okay. 50% and 80% from 0.4 to 0.6. Anything above 0.6 has been really even over the last month. So definitely have to watch that. 0.2 to 0.6 looks to be the best range. Anything over 0.9 we take. And let's go look at the weekdays. On the 1 month chart, 75% chance. So I like that as well. So we'll look at the size of that first hour and look to trade the breakout. Okay. That is by wick. Okay. So that's pretty much all I'm looking for today. The orb, I still just don't see the 5-minute orb. I still just don't see the numbers on, unless we break the 5-minute orb and hold it to one side or the other. Then we could certainly target the previous New York ranges, high or low. I think, maybe I would want to see a 15-minute orb break on that. Just depending on the size of the opening range is going to make a big difference there, because if it gets too big of an opening range, then we're losing our space to target. And I definitely want to be able to have enough room for that to be a full trade. So a 5-minute orb that holds above midnight open, that breaks to the downside and gets through the midnight open, or looks like it's not going to, at least not going to bounce off of it very hard. Let's see, midnight open to yesterday's low. That's about 90 points, so it's getting less than what I'm wanting. And from this fair value gap up to, if we were to invert that, up to the high is 129 points. So I could see that. But I have no idea which way it's going to go because we basically have a double bottom at yesterday's session low, and we have a double top at yesterday's session high. Typically, I would bias towards a double bottom or double top if it was just on one side or the other, not both. Because double tops or double bottoms are great liquidity draws. So we've got one on each side. What do you do with that? All right. So that's pretty much it. How you doing this morning, Hazel? Okay. There you go. Yeah, so sun's been out for a little while over here, so. My brother-in-law took us out to dinner last night for my mom's 80th birthday. Oh my God. Dude, that was amazing. I felt the same way my entire life. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm eating that. But, when a family member spends probably $500 on a little bitty bottle of caviar, you don't disrespect him by saying no thanks. So I tried it, and it was actually really, really good. I mean, it wasn't fishy at all. It was a very smooth, sweet tasting delicacy. It was absolutely amazing. If I ever have the kind of money he does, I'll probably eat it on a more regular basis. So yeah, it was amazing. That was literally probably the best dinner experience I've ever had in my life. Yeah. So, and I've had squid. Never really liked squid, but we got some octopus last night that was just absolutely amazing as well. So, got to try several things that I've never tried before. Oh. Yeah. Oh. ES is starting off with a very deep negative delta this morning. I mean, it's already minus 9,000. But I'm kind of hoping that we've bounced off the 46,000 and we've kind of reached our bottom here with the amount of strength that it pushed off of the 46,000 level. I am kind of starting to switch to a single-sided bias of being long. As if we break that 46,000 level, I think we could have another 1,000-point down day. Yeah. We've Hmm. Yeah, I think it's, you know, we could go down and just tap that low and then shoot up from there. Just sneak a little liquidity off of that. But as far as actually breaking below and holding below, I mean, the market could prove me wrong. I'm more biased towards the upside from there, just because of the. Yeah, but I mean, and I mean, my biggest reason for that, I mean, if we look at the low to the first push up, that was a 314 push up off of that level. Only big money can do that. And that was a straight push up. And then the second one was even stronger than that. I mean, that was a straight up 15-minute candle that moved almost 300 points in 15 minutes. And that was a 400-point push up on the retest of that level. Only big money can do that. So, which kind of tells me that that level is where big money's going to just keep on buying and keep on buying if we get down there. Yeah. But I mean, we've had 4 brutal days down, so we have definitely had our displacement that broke lows for a market structure shift. So do we just consolidate here for a little while? That's very possible. So I'll be looking at like the higher time frame, 1 hour candles, 30-minute candles, see if we're going to start making a range here before we either manipulate to go back up or manipulate to go back down again. But after the displacement we've had on the daily chart, I would expect some consolidation to be happening in the next day or two. Now, of course, this week we actually get job numbers out because the government's reopened, which I would expect maybe, normal moves, nothing bigger than normal. Just because the government's been shut down, I don't believe for a second that big money, JP Morgan, BlackRock, all them guys don't know what the job numbers are just because the government hasn't released them. They know what the numbers are, and they've been trading accordingly. I think only us retail traders have been in the dark on that. Yeah, I'm going to keep the same bias I had yesterday because of that 4-hour gap we had down there. I was basically just looking for longs. I really didn't want to take any shorts at all, and ended up doing really good yesterday, even with the couple of losses that I did take. Yeah. I think, were you out of the truck when we were both in the long together that ended up stopping you out? I figured because I took another long after that I had. Yeah. By the time you got back in the truck, it was too late because as soon as it stopped you out, it stopped me out as well, and I was like, "We got to get back in this because we're at retesting the session low." And I was like, we got to get back in this. And I got back in it and I caught that 15-minute candle. Mm. Yeah. Way too much for where my stop needed to be. Like I say, it worked out, but honestly, yeah.
That's $200 in my stop loss.
Hmm.
Not only would you get back all of your stock that you use on there.
Right. Yeah. Let me take Edge Full off the screen. So I've got my new Tradeify funded account up on TradingView, and I've got my 50K Ignite accounts that are already in profit on top one ready to trade, and I've got one eval left on top one that only needs 250 to pass. I do have another eval, but it's in drawdown, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'd rather just get this one passed and then get really aggressive on the other one to see if I can pass it or blow it. Because if I pass this one here that only needs 250, then I'm going to end up with 6 funded accounts because I have 5 now. So then I can definitely just focus on funded accounts from there on out and quit worrying about evals. All right, so we've got a little while before the open. I think I'm going to go cook some breakfast and get everything ready for the 9 o'clock hour. Don't expect much to be happening there until then. So. All right. I will be back. All right, everybody. I'm back. We're almost back to the midnight open, so that's not going to be a trade we're going to grab because we're already down there. Three minutes to the open. Go lay down. Missy, go. Bed. Bed. Okay. We are open.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Hmm. You had everything set?
On my phone, so it's like asking me like send it to log in, so I'm trying to log in.
Five-minute range is set. So far on the first 5 minutes, we've got a big wicks on either side, small bodies, which basically just tells me that the market hasn't made a decision yet where it wants to go. But once it does, I have targets of the previous day's high or the previous day's low. But right now, it's just not choosing the direction at all. Yeah.
I don't remember the password, but everything's just on my phone.
Oh shit! You can't get
I
it.
can't use this laptop. Like, I don't have anything.
But did you, for TradingView, you should be able to set just a new password when you log in.
It's basically the email to verify it.
What about Google? You know your Google information?
No, I tried that. I have Google and Yahoo.
You don't remember your. Well, click on Google. Sometimes it won't even ask you your password if it's been logged into your computer before.
Yeah, it wanted.
So it does want you to sign in. You don't remember your sign in for Google?
It wanted me to verify myself because it's been a while or something. Yeah, I see. It's the same thing.
Uh,
When did I learn
and you have to have your phone service for that, or you can't sign in on your phone on the internet and do that.
My phone's at the apartment.
Oh, you left it over there?
Yeah, because like I said, somehow I managed to stay connected to Wi-Fi.
You just leave it there. I gotcha. All right. So we still aren't picking any direction in the market right now. It's just crazy. Usually we get some movement, but with tomorrow being in non-farm payroll, maybe we don't get much movement today. In fact, with non-farm payroll being tomorrow, I am not in a big hurry to take any trades today.
It looks like it's Thursday. She can hold some water. You take a half a bowl of water, girl. Yes. Take a picture of that pussy on it.
Hmm.
How old is she?
Okay.
8, and about saying sleepy.
Hey, babe. Go lay down, baby.
See this, Ricky?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you look like you're full of water right now, girl.
Missed that one. So Dow's just not doing anything today at all. ES broke out of the 5-minute range and has been creating fair value gaps to the upside. But we're coming into a level here. So I pretty much missed that trade watching the Dow, which happens a lot, but man, why you just... All right, we go. We're back. We're back. Okay, so I'm going to buy on ES. We broke through that level and I'm targeting previous session's high. Because this has about the same stats as the Dow does when we open inside the previous day's range, which we did. It's going to, 82% of the time, it's going to reach and touch either the previous day's high or the previous day's low. And since it showed strength off the 5-minute orb to the upside, I'm willing to go ahead and take that trade to try to get up to this here. This is a level that could hold us up. So it's possible we break back down and get stopped out. But I'll be looking to re-enter that trade when we get back in this area somewhere down here.
Rick,
Yeah,
will you be able to do the declaration on the trade this afternoon?
sure.
Or what time?
As soon as I get done trading,
And
probably around 11 o'clock or so. Okay, so we lost the first one. And I'm going to enter on the eval here. And if I open up, take that order off. Keep this range on. Okay. Go ahead and take this trade here. So this is a 25% level. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move my stop to break even on this. We've pushed up good enough to be headed up this way after a pullback to the 25%. And we broke back out of that 5-minute orb. And since we've taken one loss, I don't want to lose any money on this trade if we don't get up there pretty quickly. And now I'll put my stop just below that 25% level. That's a really nice strong push, so I'm going to put my stop just below that candle. With that big of a candle, we shouldn't come back more than 50% of it. I'm going to close this trade on Dow over here because it's really not doing what I want it to. We did make a little bit of money there, though. Not much. That's 300 in profit so far. I'm going to move my stop up just a little bit to lock in a little bit more profit. We're above that, but I'd like to see it just get straight up there. Like the 5-minute. This 5-minute candle is almost finished. 15-minute. We got 5 minutes left on the 15-minute candle. I like to see it get up there before 10 o'clock because 10 o'clock is typically a time for a reversal if we get one. 5 more minutes in the 15-minute candle. Go, go. Get up there before 10 o'clock. Go. Go. I'm going to lock in more profit. Come on. Go. Come on. Asshole. Get that close and come back. Get your butt back up there. Get your butt up there. All right, I'm closing that trade. $418. Okay. And with the first loss we took, we're at $281 profit on that account. This account here, $46 in profit. So we've got $320 in profit on the day. And that's it. Knowing that big economic news is coming out tomorrow, I don't really want to trade anything else once I get my winner for the morning. Oh, did I close up? Yeah, I probably did. Yesterday, trading some evals. I mean, I made 300 in my funded accounts, so times 2, that was a $600 day. But in total, I made over $4,000 yesterday. Trading my evals, got one funded, got this one within $250, which is now should be closer to $200 to pass that one. Yeah, I need $190 to pass that one, but I'm not going to look for it today. Tomorrow's news is non-farm payroll, so it takes how many people are employed in the U.S. in everything but agriculture, and that's a huge, huge news event that is going to Okay, so we've made $281 in our funded account. I am in a long on the eval here. We need $190, risking 125 on this trade to go up and take the high, previous high, which is at 419 is the resistance level. I don't even need to get that far. I just need to get to 353 to pass the account. If it comes back down and we take a loss, that's fine. We're still well within a daily range to be able to pass the account. Everything else has met, well, previous day's high, I would say. Yeah, so gold is bullish, has touched previous day's high. NQ, ES have touched previous day high. YM is the only one that hasn't. Everything on IB by rejection is bullish. So we are 31% bullish, 59% or 69% neutral, and 0% bearish at the moment. That can change once the IB is put in and all of that. So right now, we just wait and see what the market does with this trade. Either way, we're okay with it. But there is typically about an 80% chance of us going to touch one side or the other of yesterday's New York range. And since the Dow did show strength here on this time frame from a narrow state, we had a good push up. So I'm looking for one more push past this to take some highs and get up to our target. Again, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's no big deal. We'll just wait for the next best trade. Because they're all best trades. We only take the best trades. Some of them just don't win. The 9 EMA is catching up and has crossed the 200. The 21 is in a pretty good position as well. There's a clearing bar, so let's see if this is just manipulation or if we actually get a clearing bar out of here. That also takes out these other highs and starts moving towards previous day's high. So now we want to see what the reaction is at the 9 here. We may even come back and test the 21. Okay, that is a clearing bar off the 9, so I'm going to move my stop up, reduce my risk here. Okay, I'll move to break even. May pull that back down a little bit, depending on what this candle does. Yeah, I'm going to stay below this consolidation here and below the 9 with a little bit of room for it to wick through it. It'll definitely reduce our risk, though.
Get that orb trade, Edric?
I caught the ES orb trade a little late, but ran it up to previous day's high for $281 in profit on my funded account. And I'm in a long on YM when it finally pushed off the narrow state with a pretty good push. Looking, only thing I needed, I don't even have to go to previous day's high on this one. I only need to get to 353 to pass this evaluation account. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. I did catch a little bit of a profit on that one on YM on that off the open, but it came back and stopped me out in profit.
My fucking tablet's dead. I didn't have it plugged in.
Oh shit.
So I took the trade off my phone, which I normally don't, do that. But seemed to work out. But I'm kind of like, oh fuck, I got shit I gotta do. Can't bring my phone battery. I set the limit order to sell 4 at 353 because that's the 2-to-1.
Okay, perfect.
I'm leaving the runner for the buy side from yesterday's push up.
Okay, nice.
We might go, previous day high, but there's a low volume node there. There's
Yeah.
value area. So
Okay.
I figured be a little bit more conservative, especially since, I'm not able to manage anything.
Yeah, well, I'm close here, so I went ahead and moved my stop loss into profit just because I don't want to lose any money and have to make more than $200 to pass this account. If we don't just go ahead and push up from here, I'll find another trade, but
Yeah. So you on that. Yeah.
we're close. It's 340.
But trading, I could close the 4 now, and then it can hit my target, and I can look back and be like, you dummy.
Yeah. And get those 340s to break, and I think we'll be okay. Yeah, hold those 340s. Hold those 340s. There you go. Hold the 340s. Break the 350s. Break the 350s. Where's my profit? Oh, I'm at right at. Come on, give me a. There we go. I am. Nice trade. And I just passed the eval on top 1. That gives me 5 top 1 accounts, funded accounts.
Yeah.
So we are jamming. Dude, I love what Edgeful does. I mean, just being able to see the stats. The previous right. Yeah, I was looking at that consolidation, waiting for a breakout, and I missed the ES 5-minute orb And I mean, it went straight through previous session high. It's still going up. And everything's bearish today. If you look at the screener on Edgeful, gold, ES, NQ, everything's bearish or bullish.
Bullish.
Yeah, everything's bullish.
Higher.
Well, your previous day's high is at 449, but you've got a pivot point at 419.
Right now my runner's at 450.
Okay. Yeah, that's right up at previous session high. I might front run the previous session high a little bit and actually pull the runner down to like 445. Just front run that previous session high by about 5 points. Yeah, I mean, because everything else is broken through previous session high, but YM's really lagging behind, so I don't know what it's going to do when it gets up there, if it gets up there.
Well, now do I move my stop to break even, or do I take a $31 loss and coming back?
No, go ahead and move to break even. Once you lock in your profits on your main take profit, go ahead and move it to break even. You don't want to lose any of that. Yeah. Yeah, I always move to break even once I hit my first target profit. I mean, even if it is just $30, it's still $30 closer to your payout. So. And plus, we have our non-farm payroll coming out tomorrow, so I don't expect a huge move on today. I would actually consider it pretty lucky if we actually do go up and break or touch the session high from yesterday. There's a good percentage of it doing it, but today's kind of one of those days where it's right before major news that we don't usually get the normal moves we would normally expect. Yeah, that's why I'm not trading it. Yeah, I'm not even trading any of my other funded accounts because I made $280 on one funded account. That's my profit for the day. I'll wait till non-farm payroll comes out tomorrow, where we're going to have a lot more volatility.
He's trading with you. Took you out, a buddy come over?
Yeah. Guy that lives in the apartment complex is wanting to start learning how to trade. So he came over yesterday and came over this morning. But he's got to go back to his apartment to get trading view and stuff set up because it's asking him to verify his identity through his phone. And he left his phone at his apartment, so he'll be back tomorrow morning. I got him starting to learn, then my brother-in-law wants to learn how to day trade. So he's going to be coming over and learning as well, so...
They're asking me about Tuesday, and I said, I'll do it after I start getting some payouts.
There you go. Got to concentrate on yours first.
Yeah. I don't want to be like I know it all if I'm not getting,
Well, as I,
Like I said,
yeah, I would,
I'll do what I do, and
yeah, I always tell everybody I'm no professional trader. I'm not no master at it, but if I can pass on any information to get you started, then I'll absolutely get you, at least get you hooked into the bug, and that way you can go learn more on your own if you want. But my brother-in-law is super smart, though. I mean, he's built a multi-million-dollar business. If any, yeah,
I mean, he's just somebody who's really disciplined in life, so he would do really well at it.
right, yeah,
He's also he was also millionaire before his in his 30s.
nice.
And started chasing oil young, and he was smart with his money, and did it right. That's for damn sure.
There you go.
Then he got a divorce. You know.
Yeah. Well, I don't particularly like that we've inverted that 2-minute gap there and coming back below the 9. Maybe we get some support at this last consolidation on the 2-minute to bounce back up and go take the high.
Whatever.
Right. There you go.
Another $50 then, but then
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you lock in 250, the rest of that doesn't really matter. Just go break even and you've made your money. And we could come down, bounce off the 2-minute 21 and go right back up to actually go take the previous session high. Yeah, anything above $200 a day for me is a day I can stop at anytime I want. There's no need for me to trade anymore.
I mean, you're, $800 a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that having the multiple accounts definitely makes a difference.
Especially once you get to the point where you're disciplined enough that you're not going fell and you're not blowing shit up.
Mm-hmm.
I would never recommend it until you get past that point.
No.
Somebody who does the daily loss limit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is one thing. I mean, but now TradingView and Tradeovate, Tradeovate has it. So, when we get, you won't get moved over because you're trading Top Step, but I'm going to end up getting transferred over back to Tradeovate. But now that Tradeovate Prop has the same risk settings as Project X, it's fantastic. As long as you don't go in and change them halfway through your trading just so you can trade more, set that daily loss limit and lock it out for the rest of the day if you hit it. It's amazing what that can do for you.
Because, I could go in there and change things around before I hit it.
Right.
But, I'll pass that.
Yeah.
It's not beneficial.
Yeah.
I take the loss and just understand that I lost today.
Right.
Unfortunately, they say, the best loser wins, and that's just the truth.
It is, isn't it?
You can't just learn to lose and walk away. You're never going to be profitable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the greatest title of a book for trading there ever was.
Nobody wants to be a loser, but man,
Yeah.
you might get lucky recover your loss, but 9 out of 10 times you're going to lose more.
Yeah.
So, walk away.
Exactly. You can be a good loser you can succeed in trading.
The mindset that you have a opportunity loss limit, it's not a loss as long as you stay within those parameters.
Right.
You know, that's a complete different mental shift. You know, because you have to honestly believe that it's not a loss day until that happens.
Right. Exactly. So your stop's going to be down around what, 169, 170? Or no, you entered. Did you already get stopped out break even? Not quite.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah, it's pretty close. So you're up around 221,
237.
237. Okay.
Yeah, it's you know, I mean, I could have made $60 more on this, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like I understand if I can make 100, 150 more. If I
Right. Exactly. I mean,
it's more beneficial.
yeah, I mean, if you can lock in 250 in profit and try to catch yourself another $150 past that, shoot, yeah, I'll give up the 60 to try to catch the 150 any day of the week when I've already locked in 250.
That's the way it has to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was a good trade. Good entry, good management.
Pissed off, and I went to go load my tablet on when I got to the truck, and it's like, following right, so I normally don't use my phone, so that was kind of an experience.
Yeah.
My local just going, and I can sit by a sale and lose my ticket off, it does not matter.
Right. I've tried trading on my phone a few times. I hate it.
No, I don't want to get in the habit because, you know, we're trying to work,
Right.
and the last thing I'll do is be stopping every 30 seconds a minute trying to,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the same time, you know, trade when it's like, I got to do.
Exactly. So I wonder. RDF hasn't said he's going to give anything away yet. Doesn't look like he's going to be taking a trade today. He had a good read on the market. He just didn't pull the trigger. He'd be in good profit by now, but he just didn't pull the trigger on it.
I mean, if your level is sweet below, you know, you got to wait for your setup.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, it helps when you pay out, so you're not that concerned about everyday trade, you know.
Right.
I think that's going to be a good mental shift when you don't need to do trade because you're already getting payouts and
Mm-hmm.
you already get revenue stream.
Yeah. Yeah. He showed his trading calendar the other day, and he makes good money.
What was he making?
Yeah, he's usually around $1,000-$2,000 a day when he takes a trade. I mean, he gets stopped out quite a bit too. So, but yeah. I mean, he trades $1,000 loss limit on each trade. So he's got some pretty big ranges he trades.
He trades with a long stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
It work for him, great.
Yeah, I could. Volume profiles just isn't really. I've tried them. I mean, I like paying attention to some of the levels, like point of control and value area highs and lows, but just trading those alone just never really worked that well for me. Works great for a lot of people.
Maybe you could just about I want to know, when we're approaching an area that I need to be concerned about.
Yeah. And I haven't looked at any of the reports if there are any on volume profile stuff on Edgeful yet. I gotta.
Man, I still bought this banking.
Let's see, top one. Yeah, we came right back down to New York View up, so don't hate me if it goes up and hits target now after I told you to move your stop to break even.
I don't know, I give it $30 back.
I need to see, where's the question, where's the FAQs? Because I think top one I can actually trade 6 accounts.
The break even is the smart.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand people leaving their original stop on the runners, but it's like, it's the point where you're getting payouts. I really don't see, the small money, affecting you. But if somebody working on your first payout,
Yeah.
like why risk something when you're not to the point where you could be? And eventually where I will be, where, I'll look at the $60 loss and get through a pitch.
Right. Exactly. I agree. So sim funded accounts, elite and instant. I can have a maximum of 3. Straight to funded pro, you can have 5. Ignites, you can have 6. This means you can have a grand total of up to 14 active funded accounts at one time. Holy shit. So I've got 2 of those, and since I passed this eval, I'll now have 3 sim funded accounts. So that's my max. And I've got 2 Ignite accounts. So I can trade my 6 accounts. I'm not well, they don't have them right now, but even if they brought them back, I wouldn't buy any more Ignite accounts. Because what I don't like is the fact that I can't trade them all at the same time on a copy trader. So, oh, he's giving one away. That.
This is the guy with the beard, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I go over and like it. So he's got I didn't hear which level he wanted to get to, how many likes before he gives it away, but he's announced the giveaway. So.
I don't see, what was his name again?
Real Deal Futures on YouTube. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get payouts out of those Ignite accounts and go to Tradeify and buy some straight to funded accounts that I can all copy trade together. So that way I can copy trade all my sim funded account, my 3 sim funded accounts in top one, and have 3 to 5 straight to fundeds in Tradeify.
I'll buy, when I get a payout, I want to add a couple more. I want to have the maximum that I can do.
Right.
I'll pump straight fund it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think you're at the level, if you get payouts, you should find a firm where you can go straight to funded.
I'll probably have to find a different company. I mean, my payouts are still, quite a ways away.
Yeah, maybe.
If I'm well enough to get a payout a month, I think that would be fantastic.
Mhm.
I don't see that happen.
No, I think you will.
I've been working on this funded for over 2 months now.
Yeah. Well, I think now that you got edge full, that's gonna change a little bit. It's definitely gonna give you a better edge.
Yeah, I hear you're better about looking at the reports and figuring out it all.
Yeah.
Let me know.
What's that?
Did you drop the form link? Can you let me know?
Yeah, it's already dropped. Yeah, it's already dropped. It should be pinned at the top. You got till, I think, 10:50 or so to fill it out. They gave us like 10 minutes to fill it out, so you're good. On the YouTube. me see. Let me pull it up. Yeah, you're right. I don't see it either. Okay, scroll up a little bit. It'll be a message from him. It says Real Deal Futures, and it says Forms. Yeah, it'll be the only yellow highlighted message in the chat.
Please, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shit, I definitely would have lost that fucking $70.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be a day where we just bounce back and forth, just expand the range a little bit on each side. Like I said, with non-farm payroll coming around tomorrow.
Makes you feel better about break even, you know?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much done for the day. I passed an eval, made some money in a funded. I got nothing else to do. I'm gonna go hit some golf balls.
Yeah, I'm not fucking getting anything back today.
Right. All right, man. Well, I'll see you in the morning then.
See you later.
Bye. All right, everybody. Y'all heard that. I'm done for the day. Good day trading. I'm not going to push it and give anything back that we've already made. So enjoyed it. And we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Until then, stay blessed.